Hello, hello, hello. We are live for the last time I'm on this screen. Hello, everyone, but it's not about me. We are here to do our final three individual community challenge. Here they are, the last three standing.
First things first, Phil, I'll take back the necklace.
Come on in, everyone. Come on in. This is our final individual community challenge.
Time in this game, immunity is up for grabs. This one is a very important one. You will get to have a secured spot in the final two and get to pick who you will be sitting next to at that final tribal council.
Very important decision to make here.
Here's how it'll work. We'll draw for spots. You'll be each assigned one of these. First, you will use the pole to grab our spools and one at a time walk them through the ladder, trying not to knock over your structure. You can only place, once you're in the second to last rung of the ladder, then you can start placing your pieces. Both legs in the second to last rung. You are going to be making a pyramid of the spools. 3, 2, 1. Now the goal is to be able to then, once you have all of those
Come
done,
on in, everyone. This is our final individual immunity challenge.
Doing the same process, walking through. This time there is no rules about where you need to stand. Building from the back forward until your last domino, you need to use all 24 dominoes, is on the tape at the end of the board. When you feel like you have it ready, you can knock your dominoes over, and as long as they knock over at least one spool of your pyramid, you have one final immunity. So it'll take 30 trips back and forth to stack everything.
30 trips. Everyone, do you hear that? And the sun has decided to come out.
Yeah, we can put together a pyramid for you. 3 on the bottom, 2 on top, 1 on the very top.
What happens if the pyramid falls while you're doing that?
The pyramid falls before you pass it. You'll have to pick it back up same as you would with any of the dominoes. So you'll pick them up, bring them back, and then you'll stack them one at a time.
And you also have to take the domino.
But any dominoes that stay up, you can leave them, but you might knock them over as you're working to stack the pyramid over again. Yep.
Sorry, if the pyramid falls while you're stacking dominoes,
you pick them up,
bring
them back, and you would have to replace them one at a time.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, what if we get to the end and it's not long enough? Do we start from the beginning, or do we?
Once a domino is out there, you can move them around as needed. You can just only bring one domino over at a time. But if you realize, I need to kind of space them, you can do that while you're out there.
We just have to have them stay each time we place them.
Yep, exactly. You can't just go and put them flat and say, I brought over 6 dominoes, I'm removing, yeah.
And if a domino falls, we don't have to bring it back. We can fix it like over there.
If it stays on the table, you can fix it. If it falls on the ground, you have to bring it back.
Lots of great questions. Everyone wants to know, make sure they have the right rules.
The rule is that with the stick, you got to stay on the painted part as we have
for our final individual immunity challenge.
Everyone excited?
The winner of this challenge gets to pick who they bring to the end for final tribal council, where they will get to plead their case to the jury. This is a very important challenge. These 3 tributes have fought very hard, and this is it. This is for all of the cakes and the ribbons. This is for what they've been fighting so hard for, their final individual immunity win. Every single one of these players has one individual immunity. They all are capable of winning individual immunity, and we are about to get underway for our final immunity of this game, CYS District 13. All of our players are off. You can hear the cheering. You've got every single player on your screen right now. This is going to take a little bit of time. 30 trips. Phil already on his way back, trying to figure out the best way to step through this. All of them fighting. Pat's right behind them. This is not a race. This is a battle of endurance.
Get used to the high stepping. Figure out the right cadence of steps, how it works for you.
All of our players working diligently.
As you're building, remember you're going to need to knock over that pyramid.
They need to build a pyramid that they have to knock over.
The dominoes
They just need to knock it over. A little bit of an adjustment from Patch. Phil already on his way with his third, not taking the time to adjust. Phil knows that he's trying to do everything he can to win, giving himself a lead.
Dominoes are on there. It's going to be a lot harder.
Phil thinking as he places his third. Patch still adjusting. That might hurt him in the end.
But it's also trying to restructure them in a way that makes sense. Aldrian entering with the third.
Aldrian also taking their time. They don't want to knock their spools off. If any of them knock off, they need to rebuild. So our players are trying to avoid. It's going to get obviously harder as they work their way up to the pyramid, but it's not over there. Then they have to go and grab dominoes and start stacking dominoes to knock them over. That is where things could get tricky. Aldrin catching up to Phil slightly. Phil's still in the lead. He only has 2 more spools before he can move on to dominoes. Patch right behind. But everyone knows that it is anyone's race. Phil placing that second spool. Aldrian and Patch. Patch making up some time now. He's found his rhythm as now Phil is about to place his last one. He is in a slight lead. But again, it is anyone's race because stacking those dominoes is going to be hard as they do not want to start knocking over their spools. Phil is moving on to stacking his dominoes.
Patch coming back with number 6. Aldrian has placed 5. Phil coming back.
Aldrian taking a slight pause as they knocked their structure, but everything stayed. Phil has placed his first domino. He is on his way back to get his next domino. No one else has started stacking dominoes, but Patch will if he can return without knocking anything. Phil working on his dominoes. Now they have to use all of their dominoes. They don't have to completely go all the way to the end with the dominoes as they did with the spools. They had to go to a specific placement. Phil using length, trying to do the least amount of stepping into his structure. He might have to readjust, but he's trying to just do the least amount of stepping. The wind knocked over his dominoes, but they did not fall off the structure.
Forward, or backwards rather, which is convenient for him in terms of replacing.
If they fall off the structure, they have to take them back. So if they fall on the structure, they are good. The wind can be a heavy factor, so you just have to hope that the wind is on your side.
Patch coming back with his third.
Patch onto his third. Phil has a 2 domino lead. The biggest thing is also ensuring, do you feel comfortable? Aldrian onto their second, running now.
Everyone high stepping through.
Phil trying to avoid stepping into that structure as much as possible. Patch still stepping into his structure.
Fourth.
Phil just placing one leg.
One step in at this point with enough.
Those dominoes are a bit spaced out though. He could have done it with a purpose where he doesn't want to put the dominoes so close. Aldrian has lost 2 dominoes, so she's going to reset. It could be a strategic ploy to avoid, if he knocks into it, knocking over the spools, because that would be a huge setback. Phil not stepping into the structure. Patch, a lot of shifting just now as he stepped into his structure, but everything seems to stay.
Have 6 on the board for Patch and 2 on the board for Aldrin.
Phil will need to do some adjustments before he knocks over. I don't think that last domino. Phil accidentally took 2, throwing 1 back.
2 will stuck together, but they put them back.
Aldrin working on their third.
Patch with a good save there, almost kicks the entire structure on his way out.
Phil just now placing, not
Phil
stepping in.
A lot of small ones towards the front, making it very easy for him.
Oh, Phil's dropped forward, not back. You want to be very careful because all it takes is one to knock over all of your work.
We'll see if it pays off.
Everyone is staying very calm, cool, and collect. This is our final individual immunity. The winner of this gets the chance to plead their case. Phil finally placing one close enough to his spool.
No. Nope.
He's making some adjustments, it looks like. Now feeling comfortable enough to adjust and slide everything, measuring with his fingertips. Looks like Patch, though, did start his structure with enough space so he does not have to adjust. He is continuing to efficiently catch up. This is a very tight race. You do not want your dominoes to fall.
About a handful of dominoes behind.
Patch picking up the pace a little bit.
Maybe 3 or 4 dominoes ahead of Patch at this point.
The wind could be a huge factor. Aldrian still working. You have to use every domino. Again,
all 24 need to be on your structure.
This is not the opportunity to make a mistake. That could cost you winning and being crowned the winner of District 13. Lots of running. Patch picking up that pace. Here comes a strong gust of wind. Hoping the wind is in your favor here. And the wind knocks over Aldrian's. Aldrian needs to and the wind has knocked over everyone's dominoes have just fallen over. This wind has decided to show up to this challenge, but you do not want to knock over your spools. So as you slowly set everything up, this continues to open the door. It is anyone's race here. Phil and Patch slowly rebuilding. Aldrian rebuilding. The wind has decided, hey, I would like a chance at final individual immunity, please. And I am sure our players would like to say, you know what? The wind has not been a factor this whole game. Maybe the wind doesn't need to show up for this challenge.
3 or 4 domino advantage still for Phil. And Phil was quicker to reset all of his dominoes than Patch.
Oh, a very huge knock by Patch, but the spool stays up, opening the door for Phil, who I believe only has about 2 dominoes left to place. Phil could win this if his stack stays up. He has 2 dominoes to place.
The last domino has to be in the tape.
He might need to make some adjustments.
Phil with just 2 dominoes left.
He has 2 dominoes to place.
See if he has done it correctly.
As long as the wind does not come into a factor here, Phil has 1 more to place. And they all come falling down due to the wind, opening the door for Patch.
Luckily, again, the wind is blowing away from the pyramid.
They are very lucky that it's not blowing. Patch picking up the pace, and the wind has knocked over. Everyone is in this at the moment. The wind is not letting anybody currently win. You could hear everyone is cheering. This is where you need to dig deep.
He's got a lot to reset here.
Both players not hesitating. All players are continuing to fight. Aldrian is in this. Patch is in this. Phil is in this. A little bit of a bump from Phil. And Patch, you still need to be very mindful of your spools.
About 3/4 of the way of stacking these up.
Restacking the blocks is the simple part.
Has 5 back at his station.
Restacking those spools is what you don't want to do. Phil just needs to restack his dominoes.
Phil now has just 1 left to stack. It is in the tape, and he is going to push. And it does.
And it does.
And
Phil has won his 3rd immunity in the row, tying the record and guaranteeing him a spot in the final 2. He gets to plead his case.
It was a close battle, but Phil, once again, congratulations, you have won final
and
immunity.
Phil has won
at the next tribal council,
our final
sits next to you at final tribal.
individual immunity. and gets to make a very important decision.
Again, we'll give you all some time to talk, and we'll bring you into the tribal council.
A very heartfelt one battle by all of our players here, shouting out, "This is going to be your field crew." Signing off. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this journey. We could not have done it without these guys all here or you tuning in to just be a part of this journey. That was a hard-fought battle. We appreciate you all.
Hi, everybody.
Bye,
Thank
love
you for
you
tuning
guys.
in.
Don't forget, go check out Final Tribal.
Yes, we'll see you there.
We love you all. Ah!